We got to be able to advise them. We got to be able to go beyond just presenting our clients with financial statements.
I love bookkeeping.
Hi, it's Ben Robinson, the host of I Love Bookkeeping, and today we're going to talk about the power of niche marketing, or niche marketing if you're very fancy. You see, this is one of the keys to success as we move forward and as we evolve as 21st century bookkeepers, because we've got to be able to go deeper with our clients. We got to be able to advise them. We got to be able to go beyond just presenting our clients with financial statements. And that's going to be a tough road to hoe if we don't have niche clients, because what we need to do is to fully understand our clients' businesses. And if we're trying to serve retail stores and dentists and candlestick makers and all these other things, it's going to be difficult for us to understand the nuances of each of these niches. So I'm going to combine that and actually just say niches from now on, because I'm from the South and that's just how we say it here. But let's talk about niches. You see, marketing is all about three important elements. It's about your market, it's about your message, and it's about your medium. Market, message, and medium. And today we're talking about your market. And it's a very important, this is the most critical element of all marketing that you could do. And most people get this wrong. Most people pay this lip service. Most people start with the least important, and that's the medium. Maybe you've heard people say, you know what, you got to do Facebook ads. You got to do LinkedIn ads. You got to these could be great things. They could get you results. But if you start with that, that's starting upside down. The very first thing that we have to do in all of our marketing is to clearly define our market. And that's what your niche is. I encourage everyone to start pursuing a niche. Now, one of the questions becomes, well, how in the world do I pick my niche? And so that's what we're going to be exploring here today. We're going to be exploring, I don't want to have to sell you on niche marketing, okay? You should probably, by now, understand the power of it. If not, then you probably want to stop this right now and just move on. But I'm telling you, for everyone else who's going to take heed and wants to be secure in the future and to be isolated from artificial intelligence and automation, then you got to have that niche. So how do you pick a niche? Well, first and foremost, for all of you who have established businesses, which I know is most of people who listen to the I Love Bookkeeping show, hence the name, you already have a docket of clients. Okay, so what I want you to do first and foremost is I want you to list out those clients. Okay, so put them in alphabetical order, however that you do it. Export the list from QuickBooks or Xero. And I want you to go through and I want you to list out them from favorite to least favorite. Okay, give them an A, B, C, D grade. And I want you to go through and do that for every single client that you serve. And I want you to take those top 3 clients and I want you to look at the commonalities of them. All right, are they in the same industry? Are they the same gender? Are they the same type of people? Are they the same age? What is it that you like about them? What is it that they do that other clients don't do? What is it that they don't do that other clients do that drives you nuts? I want you to list out every single element that attracts you to these clients. Now, this doesn't mean that we're going to settle on them as a niche, because the top 3 could be in totally different industries. And we'll get there here in just a minute, because picking a niche is not just about industry. That could be one way of doing that. But another dynamic is the type of people that you serve, the type of industry, the type of person that it is, entrepreneur, where they are in their journey. How long have they been in business? So as you're listing these things out, it's going to be a list that you want to have. So listing out, their gender, their age, how long they've been in business, all these different things that you want to do. And then when you've done that for the top 3 clients that you serve, I want you to look for the commonalities. Okay. Look for all of the things that are the same between all 3 of them. And I can almost guarantee you that it comes back to the relationship that you have with them. Remember, bookkeeping is first and foremost a relationship business. And that's what we want to build our business on in the future, is relationships and not transactions. Because people cancel transactions. They don't cancel relationships typically. So once you've done that and find the commonalities, hopefully there is an industry that stands out. If not, then we will cover that here in step 2 in just a minute. But first thing that we've done is to look for those commonalities. Now, a lot of them have to do with how they work with you. They pay you really fast, very important. They get you all the information. They embrace your way of doing things. They're just a joy to work with. They truly value you. That's very important. They understand. They never bicker about price. They are just model citizens. And that's the type of people that we want to serve, and we can serve exclusively if we're intentional about it. So what you've done up to this point is you've listed out character attributes. You've listed out ways in which they work with you. And that's one thing right there. Now, step 2, industry. Now looking at your entire list of clients, which industry are they each in? So on that same spreadsheet that you went and you graded all of them, list out the industry that they are in. So be specific here. If they're retail, put them in retail. If they're in dentistry, put it dentistry. If they're a physician, put it in medical. Put all of them in a specific industry. And now what I want you to do, because we sorted and we found the top 3 clients that we had for attributes. Now I want you to sort this by the industry that they are in. Okay, which industry do you have the most clients in? Now this doesn't mean that you're going to settle on this, but we just want to do this as a discovery. So let's say that you had 20 clients and you have 8 of them that are in dentistry. Okay, so you've got 8 of them. So 40% of your client roster is in dentistry. So does that mean that you should settle on dentistry? Maybe, maybe not. But now I want you to think, okay, I've got 8 in dentistry. I've got 3 veterinarians. I've got 2 in retail. And then I've got, 2 in this and just a smattering of them. But now what I want you to do is I want you to go through the very top one that you have, the very top industry. In this case, our example, we're using dentistry. So is there overlap? Okay. So is there overlap between the most voluminous industry that you serve and the top clients that you have? So let's say in our example previously, we have our top 2 clients are in this industry. So this is leading me to believe that, hey, dentistry might be a good source. It might be a good industry for us to pursue as our niche. Okay. So you've done that. Now you might say, you know what? The next question I would ask myself here is, do I really like serving dentistry? And in my case, it was like, yeah, totally. I love serving dentistry. Okay. Do I know a lot about it? Yeah, I've been serving these clients for over 5 years. Am I considered a thought leader expert on this? Well, maybe, maybe not. But can I look at a dentist's balance sheet, income statement, statement of cash flows and go, hey, I can spot things immediately just because of the experience that I have in this industry? That's another check. That's another positive thing that makes that you want to consider this as an industry. Now, on the other side of that, you could not like it at all, right? You could not like, you're like, you know what? I just don't want to serve that. So even though in that case, they were 40% of my client roster, I wouldn't want to go into that industry. I need to be passionate about serving this industry. I need to love the mystery that is behind this industry because 80% of bookkeeping and accounting is the same for every single business. So debits and credits are always debits on the left and credits on the right, right? But when it comes to this, the last 20%, it's all about knowing the niche. It's all about knowing why are your dental supplies 18%? They should not be that. Looking at it immediately and knowing that something is off and knowing that's where we need to focus on immediately to get results. You can't do that when you're serving a lot of niches, or at least I can't. That's too much to hold inside of my brain at one time. Okay. So now we've listed out the top 3 clients. We've looked at the attributes. We've found the commonalities. We've listed out the number of industries. We've organized and we say, hey, this is the number of industries that I serve. And third thing I've already alluded to is, am I passionate about serving this industry? A lot of times people think, you know what? I got to find a niche. And that sometimes happens. And if it does, then kudos to you. But a lot of time a niche finds you. There's this misnomer that, find what you love and you're passionate, you get passionate about it and you'll never feel like you're working at all. Well, that, in my experience and most people that I work and talk with and chat with, that's not the case. What we find is something and we become a craftsman at it. We become that we're, in the words of Steve Martin, so good they can't ignore you. By the way, that's a great book by a guy by the name of Cal Newport. I strongly, strongly urge you to read that book. So good they can't ignore you. And he's quoting Steve Martin there on the Charlie Rose show. But going back to this, are you passionate about this industry? Does it make you feel, the experience that you've had in there, does it make you feel like, yes, I want to get up. I want to serve this industry. I want to figure out what's going on. What's the mystery behind there? Now, all of these things together may help you to uncover a niche. Okay. They may not. But I want to tell you that your medium-term goal, all right, in the next 1 to 2 years is that you should focus on a niche. Now, people ask me this, okay, well, Ben, I decided I'm going to go into dentistry. I've got 20 clients, 8 of them are dentistry. What do I do with the other 12? Well, you're not going to kick them out, okay? At least not immediately. If you can afford to financially, then I would suggest that you do that. But most of us don't have that luxury. So what we start to do is we start all of our new client prospecting is solely towards dentists in this case. We're still serving those other clients. And what you do with them after you've considered this niche, there's 1 of 2 options. 1, you can continue to serve them, or 2, you can eventually let them go. So maybe as you bring on 2 dental clients, you let go of 1 of your clients. And maybe if you can see the fly that's going around here, that's pretty cool. Things that you get to see inside of a studio, right? But maybe you let 1 of them go. This is just a personal choice. There is no right or wrong way. But I'll tell you, the more that you can systematize and the more that you have 1 niche and you have 1 chart of accounts and you have 1 way of doing things, the easier that your life is going to be. This is a huge leverage point. And not just from a marketing perspective, from a delivery perspective. Imagine just having 1 chart of accounts for all of your clients. Imagine having 1 study, a profitability study from Risk Management Association, RMA, that gives you insights into this industry. Imagine getting the Dental Economics magazine and reading all about this industry and being able to dig into it and to understand it and to bring that value to your clients. Imagine being able to take and borrow the best practices from 1 dental practice and help somebody else with that. Obviously not breaching confidentiality in the least. But what I want to leave you with today is the seed that you got a niche. If you've been with me this long, you understand that. So this is a simple process that you can go through. If it doesn't come to you immediately, that's okay. But what you need to do is revisit this exercise all of the time. Keep this in front of you until you find that niche. Now, last thing I want to leave you with, people ask me, well, Ben, what if I pick a niche and it's the wrong one? So what? Okay. You can always change. But what we want to do is to put forth the effort so that we don't have to do that. Because it is a pain in the butt if we change niches. Now we got to learn something all over and we got to start again. So use these things, pick your niche. Now, if you want to hear other episodes that we have of the I Love Bookkeeping show, you want to check out the show notes. You want to check out all of the programs that we have here on I Love Bookkeeping as well as our sister companies, then go to ilovebookkeeping.com. You're going to find all of that stuff there. And also drop us a note and let us know what you would like for us to cover here on the I Love Bookkeeping show. Because I can tell you that this one here today came from input from listeners just like you who said, Ben, you talk about niches all the time. How do I go about finding my niche? And so here we go. That's this program. That's today's show. Thanks again for being a great bookkeeping professional. I encourage you to go to ilovebookkeeping.com. And until next time, this is Ben Robbins saying goodbye. Head on over to ilovebookkeeping.com. There, you're going to find all of the shows, the notes, and some other great goodies that we have for you there. Now, if you'd like to be a guest on the I Love Bookkeeping show, there is a link that says Be a Guest. Go in there and we'll walk you through the process of getting on the show. And finally, to discover more about our programs, go to the courses page on the ilovebookkeeping.com site. There you have it, another great episode of I Love Bookkeeping. Thank you for being a proud listener, and thank you for being a bookkeeping professional. Enjoy the rest of your week.
I love bookkeeping. Here's a little shout to all my friends working hard at keeping the books. You want to